Welcome to the seminar presentation on e-content module, the four-quadrant approach. Friends, today we are going to talk a lot about the four-quadrant approach as part of seminar presentation for the online refresher course in e-content development and MOOCs being conducted by UGC MMTC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathoda University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, from 15th January 2024 to 29 January 2024 by myself, Ram Kalani, roll number 14. Friends, we are going to talk about the e-content module primarily with respect to this aspect. A content writer should be a matter expert who should provide the content in four-quadrant model. Let us talk about each quadrant in perspective of the e-content development. The first quadrant that needs to be studied is quadrant 1, containing the e-text. What the content writer is expected to do is very clear in the quadrant number 1, stating the contents of e-text. Content writer is expected to write detailed write-up. This is more important. Detailed write-up of the topic of module as per content structure. Two things are very clear. They need to write about a detailed write-up on the topic. Second most important thing is as per content structure. It should not be random, right? The content structure, the write-up and content structure need to be in sync. That is what is expected in the first quadrant. It can also be enriched. The textual description can be enriched with multimedia supplements wherever applicable, right? Multimedia supplements like images, animations, graphics, video or audio clips, line drawings, hand drawings, wherever applicable and wherever possible. For each topic or subtopic, content writer should use examples to explain the module if required. This is important. So moving on to the second quadrant with respect to self-learning on the part of the learner, right? Content writer is expected to provide video tutorial which will explain the topic of the module. The tutorial may include multimedia, animation, documentary, simulation, virtual lab, etc. The whole spirit of this quadrant, the whole spirit of this quadrant is to make the learner inquisitive and develop a self-inquiry mode. That is the whole spirit behind this quadrant of self-learning being developed. First, we are making him, in this quadrant, we are making him aware, right? Here also, we are developing, right? We are making the aware, the learner. Here we are developing the learner towards learning. And third is, in fact, learn more about supplementary materials, right? Learn more about supplementary materials of the topic of the module in different forms, like related reading materials, source of further reading such as books, articles, and links to websites dealing with the topic, right? Now, first we made him aware, then we started a sense of development. Now we are here, fortify, we are trying to fortify the learning inquisitiveness here in this quadrant by additional, by additional material of the topic of the module in different forms, like related reading materials which are related with the topic from books, articles, website, etc., so that he starts to fortify. This is word is more important in this quadrant. This takes shape, fortification of the inquisitiveness that has developed in the second quadrant. Moving further and finally to the self quadrant, self assessment and evaluation. In this, the content writer should provide minimum 10 to 15 questions for each module in MCQ format with answer or true or false statements. It is not here, we are not trying to judge, we are not trying to be judgmental, right? We are not trying that. Rather, we are making the learner, evaluate oneself, that is himself or herself. So the point which has been more propagated very deeply, or which has been put into the minds in the development of e-content module, is through this four quadrant approach. We are making the learner aware, we are making the learner develop, we are fortifying the knowledge that he has gained. Here we are trying to make him evaluate himself, right? In all these aspects, he's on his own, right? That is the beauty of e-learning. That is the beauty of e-learning, or you can say in an online mode. So this approach is what we call it as four quadrant approach. That's all from my side for this presentation. Thank you.